Hi, this is Wishop, and I thought it would be fun to do a quarter moon video this week. So if you look in the sky, it looks like a half moon because the right half is lit. It's the waxing moon as we're halfway between the new moon and the full moon, and we'll hit the full moon in Leo basically at the end of the week. And right now, the moon is in Aries, but it's a waxing, growing moon. And Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So now we're going to be hitting all of these springy, springy signs going into summer. So if I think of the growing moon, growing towards Leo, which is, of course, the summery sign. And we've got this growing moon, and we're coming out of Mercury retrograde on the 25th, I believe. And we've had all this good Sagittarian energy with the planets in Sagittarius. Even though things have been a little fiery, I think for the most part, things have felt optimistic. But we've been doing a lot of internal work. So I guess I would say, at least in my experience and the experience of people I've been talking to, there has been a lot of stuff happening, but happening on an internal level, right? The sprouts are just starting to show out of the ground, but we're getting ready to launch a lot more publicly and a lot bigger by the end of the month. But I thought for this week, it would be fun to do another 3-card Lenormand reading with an extra oracle card. Just because I've been having a lot of fun with these readings. And for those of you who let me do readings for you, it was great. I had a really good time doing it. So thanks again for the privilege. And I hope in the future to be offering more opportunities for free readings, because it's very nice to do. And hopefully you liked it as well. So let's see what the cards have to say about the next week between this first quarter moon in Aries and the full moon in Leo. Oh, look at this. Okay. Oh, dear. Interesting. Okay. And when I said, oh, dear, I didn't mean it in any sort of negative way. But just that as I see this woman who in this particular deck is identified with Venus, and the fox, which is also identified with Pluto, it made me think maybe I can do this right here and sort of pull up the current sky. I thought, oh, there's stuff going on, right? And there are the birds, which are Uranus. So we've got sort of not only the Lenormand cards themselves, but we have these 3 planets. And they happen to be planets that are active right now. In fact, Uranus is in Aries, and right now the moon is at 14 degrees Aries as I'm recording this, and Uranus is at 16 degrees Aries. So the moon and Uranus are conjunct. So if you think of Uranus as being that enlightening, electric energy, it is about liberation, it's about freedom, it's about innovation at the very highest level. It's that eureka moment. And right now that's conjunct with the moon in Aries. And Aries is, of course, being the baby of the zodiac, the first sign of the zodiac. It's this bold, childlike, daring energy. It's like the fool of the tarot deck. So this says to me, with the appearance of the birds here, and we'll get to the Lenormand meanings, of course, but it does say to me that, maybe part of the reason I wanted to do the reading is because there is this buildup of this kind of bold, getting it out there kind of energy. And Uranus is sort of the higher octave of Mercury, and Mercury is, of course, all about communication. Right now, Mercury is retrograde, but Uranus is not. And so at this very high level of thought and communication, this sort of divine communication, you could be getting messages coming through. And because we're dealing with the moon, you could be getting messages in your dreams. Excuse me. You could be getting messages in your dreams coming through your subconscious that have a lot of profound enlightenment for you. And that could be going on this week, which is, pretty exciting stuff, really. Venus is in Sagittarius, and that is a sunny, outward-looking place. Now, of course, Venus has so much to do with our abundance and our money, the things we love, the things we value, the sense of beauty, and that is in Sagittarius, where it is just forward-looking and idealistic and dreaming big. I think that also is part of that energy of this week, like we're making these big plans. I forget who said it, but it's a saying that says, make no small plans, make big plans. And I think this is kind of the energy of the week as well. And then we have the fox. And if we think of Pluto, which is in Capricorn, right? And it's this powerhouse. And Capricorn is the mountain goat at the top of the summit. Capricorn is a very determined sign. When it sets a goal, it goes to get that goal. And Pluto in Capricorn is this powerhouse towards goals. So where I was talking earlier in the year, and I apologize, I'm still sort of getting over kind of a cold thing, but where I was talking earlier in the year about hold back on setting your resolutions, hold back on setting your plans, maybe the timing isn't quite right to do it yet. I feel like now, as we're getting through January, we're really starting to see those things come together. They're really starting to solidify and take shape. And they're taking shape, our plans, in exciting, unexpected, sort of left turn at Sheboygan kind of ways that maybe if I'd asked you 3 weeks ago, you would never have expected them. So let's talk about the actual meanings of the Lenormand cards. Blah, blah. Okay, so here's the woman. And the woman and the fox and the birds. So if I think of the woman as meaning us, it's a signifier for us. The woman could be planning something manipulative and cunning. Let's take it the dark way first. Manipulative and cunning, and could be doing it through gossip. If this is you, I hope you don't do that. If this is happening around you and the woman isn't you, but the woman is someone around you, realize that this energy of this gossipy, chatty manipulation, it also passes with the planets. So stay true to your integrity. But if this woman is us and we decide to take it a positive way, and I honestly am one who usually sees the fox in a positive way contextually, because I tend to see it as a clever person. I do see it as an entrepreneur. I do see it as a card of life purpose. So if we talk about this goals-oriented energy, then we say the woman has discovered that life purpose is found in working with people closely, in communications with people. So it could be negotiations. Birds can also be, pairs, very small groups. I also find I associate it with the throat chakra, and I associate it with things like nutrition, the things that you put in your mouth. So the woman could find that her life purpose, or that she is entrepreneurial, or that she has a clever sort of talent for working in, you could say, social media, perhaps, working in negotiations, but it could also be working in things to do with communications that have to do with the throat chakra. So that could be all sorts of media and marketing and communications, but it could also be healing. So it could be healing that you do through nutrition. It could also be sound healing if you're interested in chants or working with sonic material. It could be that you find life purpose or some sort of new business or new opportunity in that realm. If we take it stepped back a little bit, the woman could be finding some sort of life purpose or exciting opportunity for her to use her cleverness. She sees some good opportunity that she can take advantage of in a realm that she hears about through small groups, very small groups, people that she's talking to one-on-one, and she hears about something. She hears about a thing, and she jumps in and takes advantage of it. And that sort of pouncing on a new opportunity that was completely unexpected. And of course, foxes like to pounce on birds, as we know. But pouncing on that unexpected Uranian opportunity, that thing that's out of the blue, and you just heard about it, and it's not something you expected at all. And now you're jumping out of the what do I want to say? I just got a text and it blocked over my screen and I got totally scramble-brained. But you're jumping out of the blocks. That's what I want to say. You see this unexpected opportunity and you jump out and you take it. That is the kind of thing that I think is well-favored now. Wasn't so well-favored earlier in the month, but is well-favored now. So let me see if there's anything else I want to say about this. I want to say there's just a lot of planetary energy behind you doing things which are new. I just see so many people coming up with completely new ideas. And not just new, meaning trailblazing, but new to them, meaning I didn't think this was what I wanted, but now I really know that it is what I want. So if you're going through that process, then this is a great time to be doing that. And at the full moon, or by the time of the full moon in Leo, you may have really crystallized the goals that you didn't have on January 1st, but you may really know what you want. So let's see, I pulled a past life oracle because these do have so much to do with goals, which I think is interesting. So this is a past life oracle by Doreen Virtue and Brian L. Weiss. Here we go. Karmic relationship. Okay, so let's talk about what these cards mean in terms of karmic relationship. Okay, if the birds is a pair, and it can be, and the fox is life purpose, and it can be, it could be that you find that you are in a karmic relationship or you encounter a karmic relationship. There's a new relationship coming into your life, which is part of your life purpose. It's a pairing. It's a form of communication, which is divinely guided and which is part of you fulfilling your divine life purpose. And that could be happening in a romantic way. It could also be happening in a business sense. It could be a new friendship. It could be that creative collaborator that you've needed. It could be that angel investor who really understands what you're trying to do and has the know-how and the funds to help you get there. So in either sense, we deal with the karmic relationships. Sometimes we think of them in a way like, oh no, we have work to do with each other. Yes, you do. The most important relationships in your life are always ones determined by the need on both sides to have that relationship and to learn things through it. So the fact that something's a karmic relationship, to me, doesn't say whether or not it's a good relationship or a bad one. It just says that it's an important one and one that you're going to learn from. And it sounds like if what this has to do with is a pair, then you could be in for another kind of an interesting ride. Anyway, I hope you liked this little sort of mini quarter moon reading. And, well, I guess that's it for now. Rock on, y'all.